Hi everyone, good morning. And today I'm going to share Lynx. It's a cross-platform framework, and which is just open sourced by TikTok. Yeah. What's a cross-platform framework? Typically, when we write an application, for example, if I have to write an application running on Android, on iOS, and also on web, you have to write code for 3 platforms, right? Android code, iOS code, and the web code. But with a cross-platform framework, you can just write once with one code, and the framework will do everything for you, and then render on all of the platforms. So in the industry, we have lots of cross-platform work solutions. In early years, there was Cordova. And after that, Google open sourced the Flutter. I think it was beginning of the 2017, yeah. And Meta also open sourced the React Native for around 10 years ago. So, and we just open sourced our cross-platform work Lynx last week. It's not only of a framework, we are a family for building cross-platform applications. For example, we have open source the core SDK, which is a Lynx repository, and we have a support for Lynx Web, and we also open sourced virtual machine like Prim.js. And we also open sourced our official website for developers. If you have to refer to any developer documentation, just check out the document and the website. And what's the most advantage of our framework? We have 2 features. First is instant first frame rendering. So you can see. Yeah, we can render instantly for the first frame and seamlessly when the app is loaded. And we also supported another thing is master scripting. Actually, this kind of feature has been discussed in the W3C world, and in Chrome and in WebKit, they proposed the worklet for the long time, and even for now, it hasn't been widely used in the industry, but for now, we have these features, and which is widely used in TikTok. Yeah, you can interact with the UI very smoothly while the script is running on the main thread. The main thread is the UI thread. We also support lots of other features like list, like image, text, but that's not all. For now, we just open source some core components, and we will also open source more in the next few months. So for now, our Lynx is supporting the Android, iOS, and the web. But besides of that platforms, we also support OpenHarmony. It's a new operating system developed by Huawei. And we also supported the PC platforms like macOS, Windows. However, due to some schedule constraints, we haven't open sourced those yet, but we will open source them in the later of this year. And for developers, we provided the React Lynx DSL, which is quite similar to the React. And normally you can run any React code on top of our Lynx framework. And another thing that we have supported is the CSS. Actually, it's a subset of CSS, not the full CSS standard, but we choose the most performant CSS part and implement them. And the developers can write in their fancy UI on the CSS, based on the CSS tags. And we just introduced the main thread script. We also support the more UI components like list, and also like SVG canvas, which will be also open sourced later this year. Here are some cases that we already built with Lynx in TikTok. For example, the TikTok shop. the TikTok Studio, the TikTok Live, and we also support the TikTok event, like TikTok Disney event, which also built on top of Lynx. Yeah. So today I'm just give a brief introduction of the Lynx framework, and you're welcome to check out our website and also our open source repository. Yeah. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You're able to develop directly on it. You're able to develop directly on the platform and then solve the conversation of whether this could be iOS or Windows. Yeah.
Yeah. So our framework had some we have a render engine built on top of Android and iOS UI, and for developers, they just based on our framework code, they just write the code running on top of our framework, and we can deal with everything. For example, the difference between cloud platforms, we can solve that, and you just write one code, and we can run on all platforms.
And let's say you're an engineer, and there is a different types of engineers. What would be the best starting point to learn the framework? So do you need to have only React skills or?
Yes, for now we support React, but we are not limited to React. We can also run in some other framework like a Vue. But for now, it's not an official support. Our official support is React.
Okay, thank you.